Hi everybody, today's the second day of our 333 program. If you missed the first one, it should be on there. And I'm gonna try to put this, you guys, do you see what I'm doing? I'm just step touching here right now. We're just gonna step touch, okay? If by any chance you are someone who cannot, twinkle toes, who cannot stand, or if you have any issues, don't worry. We don't do a lot just standing. We're gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Bonjour. Look at this, you guys. Our WebEx is growing. How did I find out about it? Oh God, when I lived in Malibu. About my toe page, my feet page. A whole bunch of people knew about it because they were tagging me. And then I had to contact Instagram and they said they can't take it off because they took my name out of it. It used to be not Mama Netta. Coach Netta. Come and see Netta's feet. But anyway, let's move on from it. There is better parts of me that they could have shown, you know? But whatever. They want feet. They want feet. I'm starting Trolls Anonymous. Trolls Anonymous. Okay, so right now we're just getting some blood flowing. Welcome to a 30-day journey with me, okay? Which we don't do the same thing ever. Right now, what we're doing is we're releasing a lot of tension in front of our legs. Even if you're sitting down right now, my friend, and you're just sitting and you can't even get up, just take one leg and just pick it up off the ground, like you're just taking it off the floor. Okay, for 20 seconds. Good morning, good afternoon. Keep it going, guys. I'm gonna get some blood flowing, and today we're gonna be doing some exercises for your breath as well. Sorry, keep it going. I don't know why Ulf did this. It's always Ulf's fault. Remember that, okay, guys? Everything that happens wrong, always Ulf's fault. Remember, my friend. Let's do 20 more seconds, okay? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me,
okay.
I got it. Come with me,
Maria. Let's go, Angel, baby. Angel baby. You guys, I won't say anything, Angel baby, until you're ready. All right, you guys, let's talk, okay? Look, these are our elbows. These are our knees. These are our joints. Touch all your bones. Go. Touch, touch, touch. These are not going to be involved, okay? So how do I bring my arm up without involving my bones? I'm gonna use my upper back, okay? So look, everybody arms out. Arms out, babies. Now I'm gonna teach you a couple things before we begin, okay? 99.9% of injuries happen because of bad form. Let it down, okay? You inhale. You exhale. Now, there's something I want you to remember, okay? Let's do this, Jessie. Jessie, you're always with good, positive words. So this is our back, okay? Our shoulder blades are not being used enough in life, right? So everybody always uses the fronts of their body, their joints. That's why everybody walks around like this. So what I want you to do is imagine your upper back, okay? These are your shoulder blades. Let's roll them up and back. Now, your shoulder blades are attached to a lot of parts of your body, believe it or not. Right here, right? So this is our rib cage. Under your rib cage is your navel, right? Under the rib cage is your navel. This is your solar sacral, right here. This carries all of our emotions, all of our self-esteem. And so this usually rises. It rises because we eat. And it kind of just rises when you have babies. It just rises a lot of times. When we don't want it to, it just does its own little thing. Did you know that sometimes when you eat foods, there's a lot of food that we eat that doesn't process. Like your body can't process it. So it just sits and sits and sits. And what happens is for years and years, it just sits there, okay? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to release some of the tension that you're holding so that we can let it open and then release it, okay? That's what we're gonna do. So right now, what I want you to remember is today you're learning, right? So if I do things repetitive, if I do weird things, it's to teach you, okay? Look, this is below my elbow. I want you to just shake your arms below your elbows. You can do it sitting if you want. But while I shake, and you can do one arm at a time if you want, it's almost like you're trying to let your arm go, okay? When I do this, you'll notice it gets stuck, right? It holds on to here, it holds on to your shoulder, your neck. Most people, if they take their arms up, they can't do it narrow. It has to be like this far because this has accumulated, you know, a lot. So what I want you to do is shrug the shoulders, squeeze it, and release it. Now what I want you to focus on now are the muscles here and the back. So if I went inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Yes, we dance a lot, Amanda, but not today. Today we're gonna be doing this. On Sundays, we do dance movements. Next week, you never know what I'm gonna do. This is more important than just dancing. Hi, Louisa, my baby. We got Louisa, we have Asha, we have Maria, we have Jennifer, we have Rachel, and they're all right here. So I want you to attach that. Boom. Look. Inhale, shoulder blades together. Exhale, pull the navel in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Can you feel that? Inhale, and while your shoulders are going down, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Now, let those elbows go again. What I want you to always remember is you're pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. Let's let that tension go for another 30 seconds. Trying to wake you up. Just let it go. Now, one arm at a time. We're gonna go elbow. Look at my elbow. It either points down, back, and if I come forward, my elbow creates a straight line. So what happens when I get right here? This is where it rises, right? I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna push it down from my back. So there's a fight right here with me pushing my shoulder down and try to lengthen my arms up. See? Slow and controlled. Slow and controlled. Okay, you can do both arms if it feels okay. Take your moment. Now, how many of you are noticing that this is not that easy to do from your shoulder blades? And then you wonder why when you go and like do an exercise class and then you're like, oh, because most people don't move their arms from the right place. So your arm movement should always be from the back of your arms and the back of your shoulder blades, okay? So I know this is boring, but listen, you know how much stress you just released right now? Holding that tension. Now, I'm going faster, right? But look at my elbow. So Louisa, your elbow should not be like this. See that? Look. So if these joints, here, everybody put one hand on each shoulder. This is probably the hardest thing to teach someone. Okay, so close your elbows. Katie, I love you, Katie. Can you focus on breath, Katie? You guys, Katie's in the hospital doing this right now. We are inhaling our elbows up. Stop right here, bring it down, okay? When you bring your elbows in and up, don't let the neck rise, okay? So what do I do with my neck? When I bring my elbows up right here, they go down from my back. So if I go here, this is me squeezing my shoulder blades and then pulling it down. Inhale. Exhale. So, okay. Oh, I got you, honey. I got you. Sorry, baby. Now you can do one at a time. So what if I told you your elbow was the leader, right? But your elbow led with the shoulder blade. You want to see your life fucking change? Yeah. Sorry. Gavron. Sorry. Amanda said just dance. 20 more seconds. Hi. How many of you here like, do you hear your joints? Hi, Rachel. I know, Katie's amazing, you guys. Okay, watch. Right, left. You know what this should feel like? Your shoulder blades going like this. Squeeze. 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 Ah, my body sounds like Rice Krispies. I know. When people start doing this, they're like, damn, I didn't know. Keep it going. You guys, I love when I meet someone and they say, oh no, I'm good. I'm not tight at all. And then you tell them to do a couple things and you can hear it like, it's like, no, you're not tight at all. Okay, drop it. Now look at the difference if I take my arms up from my back now, my back. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. I can fly if I wanted. Only Jenny's crazy like me. My little baby. You should hear my floor. My floor. 20 more seconds. Let's go! Open yourself up. Snap, crackle, pop. You guys are cute. I love you, little babies. And then you can stop. All right, everybody, grab a mat. Grab a mat. We're gonna do some breath work. We're gonna do some breath work. I'm the perfect person for all people who hate meditation. I'm like one of the people that despises meditation. Well, I used to be like, I can't do this shit. And then when I used to take any kind of yoga class, I would be the first one to leave when they did Shavasana, you know, at the end. Savasana, whatever it's called. I'd be like, all right, guys, have a great day, gotta go. Because I don't like being in silence or in darkness. All I do is think, right? Well, a few years ago, those thoughts churned into a whole new life. That's what happened, you know? Those thoughts churned into something. Oh my God, I didn't even realize this, you guys. I'm wearing pants with stars today. I wear these all the time. I know I wear them all the time. I didn't even realize that they had stars until right this second. Have you ever noticed something around your surroundings that you didn't notice before? Have you started to notice things in life when you drive or when you look in the sky or just when you're alone? You know, we always have to think of the most negative things, right? What if I said to you that this year you will think of a lot of negative things, but you'll take those negatives and you will turn them all into a positive? And it doesn't mean they're all gonna go positively back into your life, no matter what. It has to be positive, and then we either get rid of it or we let it back in, okay? I'm gonna tell you something crazy. So in the last, I love you too, I love you guys so much. In the last 6 months, I've had people, and I can't even tell Sherry because she will get really upset. I've had people reach out to me from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 7 months ago, people that were blocked, people that were mad at me. There's a lot of people who get mad at me because everybody wants a reading, and then when I don't give a reading, they turn angry and they get vengeance. You know, that's not true love. And so a couple of years ago, I would take those very personal. Like I would be like, oh no, she's gonna go tell people that I'm not genuine. No, see, when you are a people pleaser, that's one of my problems. I'm a people pleaser. And when I tell you this all the time, when you stop pleasing people, people aren't pleased with you. I don't need those people, neither do you. So in the last 6 months, when someone writes me like, oh, you know, when you go live, you never pay attention to me, I block them. Because I do. I pay attention to everyone. I give my whole entire soul. So why should you make me feel like I don't? So how many people do that to you? Where you know you're doing your best, you're giving your all, and they always want more. Those are the people that are not gonna be able to come with you next year. These are people you will probably not even think about anymore. And then all of a sudden a picture will show up on your Facebook memory from like 9 years ago, and you'll be like, I used to be angry at her. It's gonna be gone. I promise you that. I promise you that. And that's why I'm very vulnerable with you guys. Look, I'm dropping my butt to one side, okay? And then I'm gonna drop my butt to the other side. Now, notice something. Now, if you have a hard time sitting like this, if you have a pillow, you can stick the pillow underneath the back of your knees, okay? And then look, if I just, you can put, actually, you know what you can do? You can put the pillow on your side like this. So I'm putting the pillow on my left side, and both my butt cheeks are on my left side. That makes me crooked. So my pillow is underneath right now my left butt cheek. So I'm a little slanted, right? And then if I pick it up and go to the other side, then I put my butt on the right side, and then I'm a little slanted. What you'll notice when you do this particular thing, see if when I come up here, pretend my pillow. It's not a pillow, so I have to pretend it is. And I'm gonna go to my side, right? Look, here's the pillow. I'm gonna go like this. Right? That's my waist. I just want you to sit there for a second. And I'll put it under this side. When we sit like this, do you feel crooked? Can you feel the rib cage? So what I want you to do is just sit here for a second with me for 20 seconds, just sit. So anyway, Survivor, she's one of the most protective friends I have. And so if I tell her like, oh, Survivor, let's just forgive this person, she's very protective. So I decided to talk to people and say, look, it didn't work when you were in my life. And obviously you left because you were angry. Or some of them actually got money and left. And so I was like, you can't come back to me. I'm not that type anymore. But I love you. And I thank you for the time we did spend together. Let's switch it. But it's time to, you know, say goodbye. And no, I don't think you can come back to my page. I'm sorry. If you want to create a fake account, you can, but I'm not going to unblock you because it wouldn't be fair to everybody else on my page either that you offended. When you troll me, you're offending everyone. So, but I was really nice about it where normally I wouldn't respond. So that is a little bit of my new fifth dimensional feelings. I don't act, I just act on what my body tells me to do. And that's what I've been doing. Just acting on what my body tells me to do. Yep, I know, it's crazy. So I guess it was always in me, but my anger had the best of me, and now I'm less angry. if that makes sense. So if this year and during these classes, they might bring out a lot of your emotions. Breath work actually can bring out a lot of your emotions. So I just want to remind you that if it does bring out emotions, don't say, oh, I'm never going back to that. That's like not a fun class. It's going to be great. Because once you empty it, let's go to the other side one more time. And right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to release some of your tension that we build up inside of our back. So just by putting your butt cheeks over to one side on a pillow, it frees our, trust your gut, exactly. It frees here, right? Because we want to separate our body when we're doing anything with our solar plexus and our sacral. We want it to be our navel, right? And imagine if your navel had an opening on the back. So anytime I do anything like this, my lower back will always be flat. So if I'm like moving to my right and I'm moving to my left, I'm gonna always imagine that where my back, where my waist, where my belly button pulls back, that area is always involved, right? So I'm trying to squeeze that navel to take my upper body across, but I don't want to take my lower back across. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and take that same pillow and you guys are gonna lay back on it, okay? I should have brought a pillow. But do me a favor, if you have a towel, I recommend the towel better instead of the pillow. So if you took a towel, or even if you had a skinny pillow and you wrapped it around like a little ball, and you know I do this with you guys, look, I'm gonna stick it underneath my head, okay? So where did I stick it? Right where my neck folds. I'll put that towel right where my neck folds, right? So when I put my head back on it, my entire neck is on it. The back of my head is not touching the floor. It's on nothing really. It's just kind of the back of my head. My crown chakra is up off the ground. So basically, if I lay like this, I can't move because my goal is to become one with the earth. So whatever I need to dump down into Mother Earth, she says, don't worry, I'll take it. So we are trying to become one with her. So if I lay down on this pillow or this towel rolled up, where's the back of my shoulder blades? On the ground. Remember, because I don't ever move my arms unless my shoulder blades are involved. So they're gonna be flat. Where's my feet? Now, some of you might wanna put your feet up maybe on a pillow or another block. Sometimes people say when they lay like this, it hurts their back. It should be okay because we have the towel under your head. Go ahead and open up your palms for me. You should feel like you're in a massage chair right now. And you can't move your head left or right. You're just there. It's almost like they locked you in. And just keep your feet nice and flat on the floor. Now, a lot of people are sick, right? Like everyone has a little cold, a little mucus. I honestly believe that they're basically putting it all in our foods. They basically want us sick. So about a year ago in November, we were all sick for like months. November, December, January, everybody was walking around, Jam turned off subscribers only mode, anyone can send them. Oh, sorry. Don't open your eyes, guys. Go ahead and close your eyes. Now, I forgot to mention this to you guys, that if you have a hard time keeping your eyes closed, you can, at the 99-cent store, you can buy those eye patches that you just kind of cover your eyes. Those actually work really well, or just put a little skinny towel on it, but don't cover your nose. A lot of people have a hard time keeping their eyes closed. Now, there's a lot that happens when you close your eyes. Stories begin. Memories of like what you did yesterday, the person you saw walking down the street that you thought, I should have said hi, darn it, why didn't I say hi to her? Or like something you did and felt insecure about. Somebody said something and you didn't respond. This is your moment to allow all those thoughts in. And what I want you to practice is when you have a lot of stress thoughts or just thoughts that come in during a meditation, what you do is you learn to meditate, right? So meditation means being mindful, means being here right now, just focusing on your beautiful body on the ground, feeling the outline of your body on the ground, feeling your breath and you as one, so that if you have an extra thought, like what you have to do at 3 o'clock today, or so-and-so is gonna call and I have to do that, I have to do that, don't bring it in. If those thoughts come in, put it on a cloud, send it away, and just watch the thought walk away from you. I want you to focus on breath. So right now, all we're gonna focus on is counting 4s, okay? We're gonna breathe in for 4. Don't even worry if it's not 4. Hold your breath. And then when you're ready to breathe it out, open your mouth and try to clear your throat. Now, I like to use a box when I breathe sometimes. If I have too much on my mind, I use the box. So I go up the box on my breath in. That means it rises, right? My breath goes up to my chest, from my belly to my chest, up the box. I hold my breath across. And then when I breathe out, I'm letting everything down, right? Out. So breathing in, you're lifting up. So everything rises. When you're holding your breath, you're preparing to pull everything in, deflate, exhale. You're taking your belly, all the things that rise from the chest to the belly, it goes back into the earth for 4 counts. And then you hold your breath again. And then you go to the inhale. Inhale for 4. Hold. Down. Hold. So your breath is in through the body, holds, and then you breathe it out. So our breath out takes the garbage out. So the breath out means that everything I hold here has to empty out from my belly button behind me on the ground. Remember, we have a belly button behind us now? So every time I exhale, I'm gonna take that belly button, I'm gonna shove it in and breathe it into the ground. So if our belly was a helium balloon, the breath in would fill it up. While you hold, you prepare to deflate the balloon into the earth. And if you really try to focus it from under the rib cage and keep it where you pee-pee. So if you involve where you pee, it helps a lot. And I'm gonna say something that's gonna be uncomfortable, but that's where we put a tampon in. So if you always think on the breath out that you're pulling that tampon back in. That's the best way I can explain it. Relax every part of your soul right now. See if you can let gravity take it down. And every exhale is you releasing that belly right into the earth. Every inhale, we rise, we hold. What you're gonna notice is that your breath might be a little shallow, right? So you're practicing right now, making your breath a little longer, a little more continuous. Savor it. When it's going through the nostrils, you have these little hair follicles, right? You have to start, you can't go like this. You have to start it slow. It's almost like driving through all the little hair follicles with your breath. You ready, guys? I want you to very gently, without moving any inch of you, just bend your 2 elbows, bring the hands in, and slide your index finger to close your right nostril. And let's do that exact same breath. Do it slow, don't do it fast. Do it gentle. Not too much, not too big. You're gonna notice that the breath out will be a little harder. And now I want you to breathe in and out just from the nostril. Close your mouth. If you're completely plugged, don't worry. Just keep trying it. Go ahead and gently drop that hand and slide the left index finger to cover the left nostril. Let's go breath in through the nose, out from the mouth. You'll notice that breath also helps to change colors inside your brain, inside your pineal glands. Just keep focusing on that breath. And then go ahead and only breathe in and out from only the nostril now. And go ahead and drop the arms right back out. Remember, we did it just through the elbows. And now we're going to focus a little bit on moving the head. Now we have that towel right behind the back of our neck. Now the reason I like this towel, it also helps us keep our shoulders completely nice and flat. So before we do anything, I want you to wiggle your feet I want you to touch your toes, and I want you to find all four corners of your feet on the ground. Make sure you find that inner arch. And all I want you to do right now is put your hands on your thighs for 1 moment, elbows are in. When I go to extend one leg up and bring it back down, and then the other, where we have our hands right now, those are your quads, okay? Pick them up. Pick up each leg from that muscle, which means that you can't move your head right now. Your shoulders are down, your belly is flat. When I go to lift one leg up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feel heavy, as if someone right now put a brick on top of my entire body. And if I want to pick up my left leg, I can only do it from my legs. So the hips are not involved. So since we're picking up our left one, focus on tightening the right hamstring. So right behind the right foot on the ground, behind you, behind the knee, is your hamstring. Those are the muscles that are along the back of your legs. They're the longest, biggest muscle in your leg. They have spider webs. These are the reason you get sciatica. So if a lot of you have tight hamstrings, you're gonna notice that. So right now, what I want you to do, there's a ball right between, a squishy ball, right between the back of your right knee. I want you to try to squish it. That means you tighten that leg like an anchor. So when I go to pick up the left one, and I put it back down, my bones of my back are on the ground, my shoulders are on the ground, my belly's on the ground. We don't use our hips. We're gonna use the muscles behind the back of our right leg. We're gonna extend the left, and then we're gonna put it down from the knees and the legs. Not the knees, meaning we're not bending, we are bending the knee, but we're not using the knee. Just like we bend the elbows and we use our muscles. So right now, tighten that right leg, extend the left, put it back down, and then release that leg. So inhale, tighten that leg, exhale, push that leg out, put it back down. Relax. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna inhale, extend, while you're tightening that right leg, extending the left. Exhale, use your core to put the foot down. Let's try the other side. Tighten the left leg, light left hamstring. Your entire left foot is flat. I'm gonna pick up my right leg by utilizing the muscles of my back of my hamstring, putting it back down, releasing it slow. Let everything go. Now remember what we did with our belly when we breathed, when we were breathing in and out? So when I breathe out, right? This is our inhale. When I'm coming down with my exhale, I'm not only using the muscles of my legs, but I'm gonna use my belly. Inhale, exhale. Everything is done with thought. I do not pick up my left leg until I feel my entire right leg. I don't let go of that right leg until my left leg is completely down. The muscles that we're using are the quads, the back of the legs, and our navel. If it's too much for you, just focus on tightening one thing. Tighten the legs and just lift. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to extend it. Now, some of you have been doing this with me for a long time, so we're gonna keep either our tippy toes on the ground while we do this or off. Right now, everything touches the floor, from our shoulders to our navel. Our rib cage is out of this. We're tightening the legs, the butt, And every time I bring it back in, I'm using my stomach. Now, when we extend the leg this time, we're gonna point and flex it. We're gonna go point, flex, point, down, point, flex. Now there's something you need to focus on, is your lower back bones and belly. Push down into that belly. When I point, I always feel the fronts of my legs. When I flex, I point here, front, flex, back. With your foot on the ground, you're tightening that leg, that butt. So it's like an anchor. The world that we live in, guys, all they do is use their hips, their joints, their elbows. No one teaches you this stuff. You can go to physical therapy for 30 years and they'll never teach you any of this. So what I'm teaching you as a gift from me is something that you'll never learn from anyone, because people don't, I mean, of course, there's other instructors like me that care and love you and want to teach you this stuff. Obviously, there are more. I just mean, we're very rare. People like me who want you to learn the best form, who want you to not depend on anyone in your life but you. Because I personally don't want you to hire me or pay me. I just want to give you something today. And if you don't like it, it's okay with me. Just don't come back, okay? I don't want to hear about it though. If you don't like what I'm doing here today, it's none of my business. Since I'm doing it for free and I'm really just giving it to people, if you don't like it, I don't need to hear any feedback. It's my profession, so I do know what I'm doing. But I love you, and just don't worry about it. Don't come back. It's that simple. And I don't want to hear about it. Thank you. Because I don't want you to alter my ideas that I want to do for you. And I know that this is boring, right? I know it is. It's okay. But I know what boring things do for the body. Let's do 6 more. Whenever you're ready, my friends, I'd like you to just allow your feet to touch the floor and see how far you can walk them forward, like tippy toe heel forward. That way, what we're trying to look for now, we still have your head on, okay? This is still on behind the back of your head. Oh God, I'm so jealous of you guys. It must feel so good. I like to lay like that for a good 20 minutes, but I don't ever have the time. So that's why this is my gift to you, forcing you in this position to allow a lot of stress to just get off your shoulders. So today we can have one of the best meditations together. Once you walk your feet out, what I'd like you to do is make sure you can feel your tippy toes and your heels. Okay, now, here's what we're gonna focus on. Our shoulders are on the ground. We're gonna take one arm all the way across. Don't lift anything, just the arm. Now one shoulder blade comes off. When I go to put it back down, I'm gonna press into the center of my shoulder blade, feel my wings release back to the floor. When I pick up the arm on the other side, I gently pick up my shoulder blade, I cross the arm, and I gently bring the shoulder blade back to the ground. Now all I want you to do is keep your chin right where it is, and you're gonna gently, 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 you're not gonna be able to move a lot, but just move a little left. Don't move your chin. and right. You shouldn't be able to move too much. What this should feel like is like you're massaging the back of your skull. My head is not touching the ground. Now come back to the middle. Bring your arms a little lower. And we're gonna take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to push a little bit as if you were trying to squeeze both of the knees, back of the knees. So if I went inhale, and my exhale, I squeeze the back of my knees. I squeeze my butt. I squeeze my core, and then I gently let it go. Inhale. On our exhale, we're gonna squeeze the back of the legs. We're gonna squeeze the butt, and I want you to very slowly tuck your pelvis. My rib cage is not involved. My inhale, I'm relaxing. On my exhale, I'm tightening my hamstrings, and I'm gonna squeeze my butt, and I'm gonna push my navel into the ground by lifting the gift, pulling the pelvis in and releasing on the inhale. And if your butt gently comes off the ground, you should not be pushing into the towel. This is a below the waist movement. So my rib cage is not involved. My shoulder blades are not involved. Inhaling down. When I exhale, I tighten the back of my legs, I tighten my butt, and I squish my butt cheeks in. Your pelvis comes towards you. Don't push into the towel. We're gonna do 8 of those. So every time you are breathing out, you tighten, you tuck that pelvis in. What do I feel here? Butt, quads, navel. This is all from the rib down. So my rib cage stays on the ground behind me too. Now the next time it comes down, I want you to let your inner thighs open, but watch, they open from underneath the crease of my hips. Inhale. When I go to exhale, I'm gonna suck my navel into the ground, and then my inner thighs help to bring it back. We inhale. We squeeze, we exhale, we tuck the pelvis. Again, the rib cage is not involved. Bring it down. Inhale. On the exhale, we open the thighs. Tighten your butt, it always helps. Bringing it back. Tightening the butt and a little lift. Let's flow. You're learning to breathe with the movement. Right now, the muscles that are tight are the butt, the hamstrings, the navel. I'm just going a little faster. Two more. Last one, bring those legs in. Now, very slowly, relax the legs for a moment. Bring the palms together, right in front of your eyes. Your thumbs could be right on your nose, above your nose. And I want you to think of your shoulder blades, okay? Palms together, straight over our heart. Shoulder blades are down. We're gonna try to take the arms over the head, elbows stay in, squeezing your head. They will be bypassing the towels. 20 seconds. You can separate the arms if you need to. Leave the rib cage out of it, guys. Belly is on the ground, tight, tight. Now, the next time the arms go over your head, I want you to slide your elbows in, take the hands behind the back of your head and gently, gently, gently. Now, before you pick up your head, use your core. Okay, where's my navel? In the ground. So if I take my head off the towel, I'm pulling in from my core. I'm taking my rib cage down to the earth. When I go back to the floor, I'm doing it through my navel. You're not gonna go far because it's gonna drop right back on the towel. Allow your chest to open, expand, shoulder blades flex out. Inhale. Everything rises, right? On the exhale, the navel goes in, 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 in. Hold that navel in all the way back. Once you're here, relax, inhale. My exhale, before I even take my hands to lift my head, it all comes from my belly button where I pee-pee. I lift from there. I bring myself back gently. Just a couple more. Good job, everybody. And all I want you to do now is don't move the towel or the pillow. You're gonna curl yourself up on the side of it now, like a little baby ball. You can lie on your left or right. And the only thing I want you to do is whichever side you're laying, all four, your hands, your elbows are all in. We're gonna just churn. Make sure you just adjust that pillow a little bit and you're just gonna churn your upper body. Through my waist. My rib cage separates from my hip. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go back a couple times. Now, some of you might wanna extend your legs all the way. For me, I don't feel anything when I do it, when I have my legs bent. So I just push it through, but I always come back the same. I can also come back this way. And whenever you're ready, you don't have to get up at all, okay? Just churn your body over to the other side. You don't have to get up and churn like I did if you were watching me. Just tumble over. You guys, this is like having a slumber party with you. And then we gently open. I can't wait for our very first slumber party together. I'll drug all of you when you're asleep. And then Ulf and I will paint all your toenails. Other channel, honey. And then gently, one more time. Stretch. Wacko. Here. And go ahead, and when you come back to the middle, take your time and very gently roll off. Now, when you go to pick yourself up from that towel, you've been laying back on it for a minute. Give it a second, roll to the side, and put that behind the back of your neck. It will feel good. And whenever you're ready, just go ahead and come to a sitting position. Take your time. Don't rush. And I'm not on my phone, guys. I'm looking at you guys. I'm just to see who's on. Welcome, guys.